all of you. Hey. Hi at the back. Hi folks, nice to see you. Hi folks. Not as rambunctious as the Americans.
I know. We're too polite. It's the Canadian thing, I feel like. So, let's get right into it. I'm buying you time. Go line up. How's your con been so far?
It's been great. It's been lovely to be back in Canada.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. It's been nice to meet so many people. Obviously, as an actor working in games, I don't tend to always meet the audience directly. So it's been really nice to hear your experiences, and thanks very much. Have you had a good time in Baldur's Gate? That's what we want.
You've been doing concert quite a lot. What's been your favorite fan experience so far?
I think it's just universally just getting to hear people's stories and how they connected to the work, the story themselves and their own characters, their own experiences. That's my favourite part of it because, like I said, we don't get to meet the audience. So, yeah, that's the. I mean, I used to go to cons anyway. I'm a card-carrying geek, so for me, this is like kind of my people.
Nice. I love it. Do we have people ready at our microphones? Yay! All right, we're gonna start on this side and we're gonna bounce betweens to make it fair. So let's start over here.
Which direction was over here?
You over here.
Hi. Hi, my name is Casey.
Hi, Casey.
God, there's so much I want to say. Okay, so I have a little bit of experience voice acting, and I want to do more of it, but I have a crippling fear of failure.
Okay.
Woo! And I was wondering if you have ever somehow experienced that. I'm sure you never have. It's a very personal experience. If you had any advice for getting over the failure of like not getting a call back. I'm fine auditioning. I'm just scared of what happens if maybe I'm not good enough.
Can I use profanity?
Please?
Kid show. Please. Creative words.
Am I allowed to?
Creative.
That's a no. That's a hard.
Creative words.
All
There's
right.
family. I don't want to pull you.
There's family. Okay. With all due respect, as a creative performer, you have private moments publicly. You need to get over that.
Okay.
And it's not a question of like a tip, it's a choice. Because the problem is you're going to be interacting with rejection a lot. You're going to be interacting with trying to get a job a lot. If you're blocking yourself by adding another thing on top of that, which is, I don't think I'm any good, you're just going to not help yourself. There's a great book called The Actor and the Target. It's about blockages by Declan Donnellan, who's a fantastically British theatre director and playwright as well. And a lot of it is about not getting in your own way. It's not up to you if you're good enough. It's up to other people to think if you're right enough for the role. One thing I changed my way of thinking is I didn't think about the job. My work was to go into the audition room and present my opinion, my view, my ability on the character that I was being given. That was my job. That was the gig. So if I go to an audition, it was like, cool, I'm working today. In fact, I'm working 3 times today on 3 different auditions or whatever. So go in with the mindset of, don't worry about the job. Because they may not be right for you to work with, right? So the rejection thing ceases to mean anything. It's more about, this is my work, can we work together on this thing? If we can, great, let's go and do it. If we can't, that's fine, I've got another thing coming, or another audition, or the next one. But if you start worrying about if I'm good or not, you're going to start not thinking about the character, but about how you are seen as an actor. And that is a nightmare, because it's not up to you. The problem with all of this is that you need to eat. And that's the problem as an actor. You need to eat, you need to feed yourself, you need to make money to feed yourself.
No.
The pressure comes from, oh my God, I need money to live and sustain being a performer. That's the difficulty. The actual audition is glorious. You should go into an audition with a glad heart. But you've got to find a way to support yourself financially through some means, and then you'll take the pressure off yourself about being good. Just do your work, that's it. But it's a choice, you've got to make that choice. Don't apologize for yourself either. Just go in for it, man.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome, good luck.
Awesome. Woo! This microphone over here.
Hello, darlings.
Hello, darling. We go into the same tailor, I see. Although they got the cheap one.
I did make this myself. Oh, thank you.
It's amazing, my I'm taking the
Thank
piss,
you,
but it's
darling.
great.
I wanted to thank you for your work on Astarian.
Welcome.
I know many...
What's your name? Sorry.
My name is Janaea.
Hi, Janelle.
Hi, Neil. Welcome to Calgary.
Thank you.
I wanted to thank you for your work on Astarion, especially the very respectful and tasteful way that it deals with the character going through healing trauma.
Yeah.
Right? So depending on how you play the game, it can go one way or another.
Yeah,
You
it's a
can really
choice.
lean into it and get dark, or it can go through a healing arc.
Yeah, sure.
And there are very few examples of that in media done so tastefully.
Yeah.
without-
That's a lot of it to do with the writers, you realise.
Fantastic
Like they wrote
writing.
it. I didn't improvise their words. It was their writing,
Fantastic
which then I
writing.
added on to.
But you brought it to life, so
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Appreciate
And I was obviously respectful of the fact that this is a family audience, but is there anything that you wanted to say about the way that you as an actor were able to go through that storyline?
Acting craft to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very aware of trauma and things like that. And as an actor, you can't play your own story.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play the story of the character. And a lot of that was about responsibility to the character. So for me, I was just conscious, like, this is his story in every different possibility of the story. So you go in without judgment. You can't judge the character. You have to love the character. Whether they do good or bad things is not, again, it's not your choice, not up to you. You just say, what is the story? I'm going to play that truthfully. The other thing is you protect yourself, which is what acting craft is about. So it doesn't become you just showing yourself and all your stuff. It's actually about what they're going through, and you honour that. So it's quite straightforward, actually, in a way. But acting training, man, that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Thanks, Neil.
You're welcome. No worries.
Awesome. Over here.
Whoa.
Tansei, Neil, Nitsika and Jet. Hello, Neil, my name's Jet.
Hi.
So we've all seen the high rollers of you and Baldur's Gate.
We've all seen the high rollers.
playing Baldur's Gate.
It was great, wasn't it?
I was wondering if you had, or if you wanted to play more D&D or TTRPGs on streams or podcasts.
I'd love to. I haven't been offered, but I'd love to. Yeah, of course. I'm not doing anything currently. If the opportunity comes up, I probably wouldn't tell you until it came out, so I wouldn't be allowed to. But yeah, I'd love
lots of
to.
contacts in the TTRPG community.
Sorry?
I have lots of contacts in the TTRPG community.
I feel like this is the place to find a table.
Yeah, I think the thing is, if I'm going to do something like that, then I think I'm going to wait for the opportunity to do that in the way that I think a lot of people would like to see it. So, but I appreciate you knowing a lot of contacts. Thank you. But again, if I was doing something like that, I couldn't tell you. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right? Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jet. Can we get a round of applause for this person way up there? Hi. How did you self-applause in sign language?
Over here.
Hello.
Hello.
I made sure to write this down because I knew that as soon as I was at the mic, I was like, hi, that.
The spotlight's quite startling, really, isn't it? It's like,
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
I just wanted to start with my husband did the play test for like 80 hours for like just Act 1,
Okay.
and you were always in his party.
Oh dear, is the husband here?
Always.
I see where this is going. Darling, it wasn't me. He came on first. I tried to push him away, darling. I said, no, you've got a wife. Or are we going in a different direction?
A little bit more serious. But when starting your like voice acting career, did
Yeah.
you think that there was going to be a certain role that you would be typecast into?
Well, I'm going to start with an acting career, not voice acting career, please. Thank you.
Right.
There's a difference. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
No, not at all. Don't be sorry. I'm just aggressive. Sorry, carry on with the question.
So is there a certain role that you thought that you would be typecast into? And were you right? Were you wrong? Somewhere in the middle?
Do you mean in games or in every aspect of my career? Like TV and film and theatre and stuff?
Probably more so for the voice acting specifically, but if you have a different answer for both.
I think TV and film I used to find it very hard to play character roles because I've got a very strong look. So it was difficult to play anything other than certain types of roles. Usually psychotic. Because I'm resting psycho face. Which is why I smile and laugh a lot, right? So, or playing very damaged people, but there wasn't really much in between that stuff, really. So when I got to games, I almost quit acting actually before I found game work. And games allowed me to take my face off, which meant all I had to do was then I could be a character actor. So actually, games allowed me way more freedom to be anybody that's appropriate to my ethnic background casting type than TV and film did at the time. So in a weird way, doing game work as an actor allowed me huge amounts of range, which I knew I had, but wasn't really ever allowed to do. So yeah, the opposite really.
Fair. Okay, awesome.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Over here.
Oh my gosh. So one of the major themes.
Hey man, I met you before, but what's your name so everybody else knows?
Robin.
Hi Robin, nice to see you.
Nice nail polish.
Customs thought it was interesting as well.
One of the major themes of Baldur's Gate 3 is finding agency in difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, because you see that in every character, but from a directing and voice artist and acting perspective, how do you find that as a creative? How do you encourage that in your fellow artists?
I encourage that to find agency with the character. Do you mean?
Well, just in any creative process. Because so much of that is in Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah.
but it's encouraged in the acting process as well. So I'm just wondering, when you create that art, how do you encourage your fellow performers, your directors? How do you bring that out in other people as well?
It's really about the script. So if the script is well written and it has agency in it for the characters' motivation, their stories and stuff, you don't have to worry about trying to find the agency so much. Because the script has the agency. You're trying to play truthfully in a fictional circumstance the character's story. So if the story is well written, well rounded, well thought out, layered, detailed, I'm not making her job very easy right now, sorry about that. Sorry, apologies. Then the agency is there. All you have to do is help the actor get to the truth of the moment. I know it sounds like an abstract, man, but if you like, have you ever done any acting at all? Have you ever engaged with that?
It's a creative process. I'm a writer.
You're right. So here's the thing about being a writer, you're on your own, man. Like, seriously, you're alone doing that. So you have to be the actor for every single character.
Right.
So which is harder. I'm not a writer. My friend Tom DeVille is, who I do stream. Yeah! We do a stream, and on the stream we do a thing called Creative Chaos, which talks about writing, directing, acting, producing. Why don't you check that out instead and ask Tom, because he's far better to tell you as a writer how to get agency with character than I would be.
Excellent. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, all right. Cool. Nice. No, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Good question. Over here.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael.
So my question for you is, even if it's not like a choice in the game, where would you like to see Astarion, like at the end of the game and even further beyond? Like,
Oh, I'm not answering that. I'm not touching the barge pole, sir. The reason being is that I played the character's complete truth in every possible different way. Once we let go of it, it's up to y'all how you feel about Astarion and his story and the rest of the characters. I don't do headcanon on my own stuff because I've done my stuff, and I'd much rather hear your version of where Astarion should be or what he does or how that works out, because I wouldn't find my particular version particularly interesting. So I also don't really think about it, man. So I don't have an answer for that, but I'd much rather you tell me how you see it. A god, perhaps? God of sass.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I mean, I would really like to see an Astarion ascended, but like, without being so evil.
Without being a dick. I'd like to see him be completely utterly evil, but just not too evil.
Just the right amount of evil.
Yeah, it's like being a little bit pregnant. You either are or not. You can't be a little bit evil. You're evil. Do you know what I mean? There's varying degrees of. See, I don't really have an answer for that. Sorry.
That's okay, thank you.
No worries.
You can only be morally gray for so long.
Well.
Book talk. Over here.
All right. Hello, my name is Mario. How you
Hey,
doing?
Mario.
Good. So for your journey as an actor, was there ever a time where you had an opportunity to take a different path in life? And what was kind of like the talk you had to yourself? Was like, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to go for.
As an actor, yeah, I had the opportunity to go into the wonderful world of catering. Yeah, I had opportunities to quit, which I didn't take, because I wasn't ready for it. I wanted to be an actor since I was about 8. I wanted to be a storyteller, since I was 8. I found acting when I was a teenager, like early teens, went to National Youth Theatre by the time I was 15. So, to be honest with you, I'm lucky. I never really questioned what I was going to do with my life. The difficulty of being an actor, of course, is you don't get control initially, or most of your career, or if not all of your career, about which jobs you do. It's only if you become, over a long period of time successful, that people start asking you, And even then, you don't have that much control over it. So, no, there was never really a moment of anything else I wanted to do. I had a lot of people telling me I should do something else. Why I was causing myself that much pain, why I was destitute and broke and even homeless at one point. Like why I would go through all of that just simply to tell a story or be part of a story. So I had a lot of people not understanding about the path choice I took. But in my gut, I knew I wasn't ready to quit. The only time I almost quit was because I literally was in so much debt, I was almost bankrupt, and I could not see a way out. And I then found motion capture, almost by random happen chance, So no, there's nothing else I ever wanted to do. Not really. I'm quite grateful for that actually, because it meant I had zero safety net. It was this or nothing, So here we go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Over here.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
I'm Patrick.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So, first of all, everybody's here for Astarion.
First of all, but I'm her husband. Let me tell you.
But real quick, wanted to thank you for all, first of all, for bringing some new, interesting life to Resident Evil.
Oh, thanks, man.
A little stale.
Which one is it you dig? Is it Nikolai or Heisenberg or Nemesis? What's going on?
Heisenberg.
Oh, you like the Heisenberg? Excellent cheesies. Excellent cheese, kid.
And the question is, how do you come across, how do you find the voice for the character?
How do I what, sorry? You have to speak a bit closer to the mic, please.
Finding the voice for the character.
Find the voice.
The process of finding
sure.
the voice for the character.
Well, a lot of it comes from my acting craft, but then of course you have the script. Usually what you do in an audition, and then maybe early stages of script work, is you get like a byline, like accent any or accent transatlantic or this, that and the other. The only thing I had was like a very, very brief synopsis of he's some kind of lord, he's part of this family cult thing, he's immortal, and he's dangerous. And then it was like transatlantic, maybe question mark, accent. So I was like, okay, well let's work on the voice. Let's start on the voice with this idea of this power, this powerful man that's trapped in a situation that he clearly wants to leave because of the dialogue. And I thought, okay, transatlantic, let's go with Cary Grant, Archie Leach. He turned into Cary Grant, right? So let's start with his accents. He's actually British, then became American. Okay, well, that sounds a bit too transatlantic. What if let's take another character, an actor from that age that I really admire, Jimmy Stewart. Has a lot of naturalism. So, Mr. President, that kind of stuff, right? So you got Cary Grant, Cary Grant is very like that and talks like this. And, Jimmy Stewart. And I thought, well, that wasn't still enough, oomph. I wanted to have a bit of fun with him. So I thought, what happens if I just throw Nicolas Cage into that? Take his face off. That's how you end up with this kind of thing, man. It's like that. So that was just like a bit of fun. And then you have to, okay, well that's a silly voice, right? Well, I think, then we have to relate it to the script and the character. He's actually somebody that's in shackles and he needs to break out. But he's also kind of free from a lot of the stuff in the village. So then you start getting the physicality. So he's very comfortable because he's immortal, can't be hurt. But also, he's not really wanting to be there. So there's a certain laziness he has with the family, etc., etc., etc. And from all these little details, you start building up little ideas. And the ideas become, you try some ideas, some of them are good, some of them are bad. And you start throwing things against the wall and the things that stick. That sort of becomes the character in a way. I mean, I'm not really going into the craft too much, I'm using layman's terms. That's kind of it, really, just seeing what works. I just played a fish recently. Seriously, Astarian fish was glorious. Brett Ford, who's from Digital Extreme, said, I've got this character we were playing Warframe, just warning you it's a fish in a tank. I'm in! What if it is? Astarian fish in a tank, brilliant. So I based him on David Attenborough, who else? I can't remember my own references. David Attenborough, Brian Blessed, and Mel Brooks. So those three, so Brian Blessed, if you imagine this, if you're listening, Brian Blessed, David Attenborough, and Mel Brooks smashed together, and you get, David Archie the fish! He was a good biped! Who's a good biped then? You get that, you know? It's just really playtime and having fun, but then you have to relate it to reality, right? Even if it's hyper real, you still have to play the truth of the character. So it is fun, it is a silly voice, but without acting craft, it just ends up as a silly voice. It doesn't connect to the story, no matter how fantastical it is. So that's kind of the process in the layman's terms. Yep, welcome man, no worries.
Good question.
Use real people that you know, it's a really fun exercise for making your voice.
Over here.
Hello, Neil. I would attempt a voice, but I can't do accents like
I
you.
can't hear you, babe.
Oh, sorry about that. Hello, darling Neil.
Hello, darling.
Thank you. I'm Holden. Nice to meet you. I just want to thank you for all your work on Baldur's Gate.
Nice to meet you too, thank you.
It's old, but congratulations on your Voice Actor of the Year award.
Thank you.
Kind of relating back to the Game Awards, I'm personally going into kind of like production, video, game design, that kind of stuff. So
Great, good luck.
I was wondering, as an actor, what was it like working with Larian Studios and being a voice actor on their team?
Oh man, look, well, Larian Studios are incredible. They're a beautiful company. I mean, throughout the whole company, they really look after their people. They really champion player first. They champion story, they champion great games. They'd rather put profits second to player experience. They need to spend the money. For instance, they, them was an addition. They used the pronouns they, them. They added in about maybe three quarters of the first year, like maybe 9 months into the development, we started seeing they, them in everything. I kind of worked out the cost of just them, because we didn't do voice work, we did full performance capture in the volume with the voice simultaneously. It was the whole thing. 258 actors, thousands of characters, most of whom will have at least one or two, if not three or four in my case, thousands of lines saying they, them. Now the cost of that alone is staggering. Hundreds of thousands of pounds we're talking about, minimum, yeah? So that gives you an indication. They didn't have to do it, they could have just released the game without it, but they chose to do that. That gives you an indication of what the company's like. So as an actor being given this gift of a role, this gift of being Baldur's Gate, you know, to then have a company that's not only supportive of us as actors, who gave intimacy directives to the actors that needed it, etc., and you know, but also the community and the players, was breathtaking. That's probably the best way of saying it. It's breathtaking to see how they work and how they feel about the games they make, and it's a fucking honor. Sorry.
I'll let you have it.
I lasted so long, man.
It's a PG-13 movie, you get
So
one.
long. I think I did very well. It was an honor to be not only play Astarian and his story, but also to be part of the ensemble that made this amazing masterpiece of a game. That's yours.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Apologies to small children. Sorry?
I forgot to mention this at the very start, but my friend in Ottawa, Jules, says hello.
Oh, hey! Hi, Jules.
Thank you again.
Welcome.
Over here.
Hey, Soldier.
Hello.
My name is Jamie. I'm, among other things, a filmmaker and writer.
Yeah.
So my question is, as a creative, what are some of the sources of inspiration that you drew from for bringing the character of Astarian to life? Were there particular characters from other games or movies?
No, there definitely weren't characters from other games or movies. I didn't use any actors' references. I used real people. And a stray cat that lives in my garden. So three of my friends actually were big influences on Astarian, my choice in Astarian. One of them is Leendert van Nimwegen, who's a wonderful, beautiful makeup artist from Holland. Another one is Ruben K, who's a fantastic cabaret comedian and singer. If you haven't seen his show, see it, it's amazing. That was the theatricality, darling, is all Ruben K. So he's amazing. He's amazing. I've known him since catering days. Actually, we used to cater together when we were broke. That's a big part of it for Ruben. And also my teacher Giles Foreman, who's just an amazing human being. You'll have to meet him to understand. You know what I mean? So they were real world people that I knew on a very deep level, connected to. That meant something to me. I don't want to do an homage to somebody. I don't want to rip off somebody else's work. Or, you know, I know people always relate to Tim Curry and stuff. I didn't reference Tim Curry. There's similarity, sure, because it's a high inflected accent, and they're both, you know, theatrical. But I didn't reference him in my work. It might sound like him, alright. But the three people that I used were these three people, and the cat, and a whole bunch, Commedia dell'arte, Alekino, and like a whole bunch of other stuff that it's too boring to go into. But yeah, so try everything, man. Take from life. Take from real world life. Don't homage anybody.
Wonderful answer. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Awesome. Over here.
Hi, Neil. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Neil. My name's Emerson.
Hi, Emerson.
I just had a question about starting Performance Captured Academy.
Yeah.
Was there anything that kind of...
Full disclosure, it's not really an academy, but it sounds better than workshop. Sorry. Carry on.
Sorry, I'm just going by the name.
I know, it's not really an academy, it's actually just workshops. But carry on. I feel like a cheat otherwise. Oh, you have school? Not really. No, carry on. Sorry.
Was there anything that kind of pushed you towards deciding to finally start this? Or
Yeah.
what was that moment?
I wanted to help other actors as I'd been helped. And there's no real like training. Here's the thing, you don't need training to get into mocap or performance capture. I'm a terrible businessman. You don't need training. What we do is we help people demystify it. So if they go into an audition, if they get a gig, they know exactly how everything works. They also have some showreel material. But we run it as a non-profit. So we just cover our costs, that's it. Everybody gets paid, or my crew gets paid, but we just run it as a non-profit because we don't need to make the money from that. What we want to do is help actors have more strings to their bows. They can make money, but also do more work. That's it. It came purely because I'd been helped a lot in my career by some amazing people, and I wanted to pay that back. That's it. As simple as that.
Thank you.
Oh.
Awesome. Over here.
Hello, Neil. My name's Ben.
Hi.
I was wondering, all of the companions in Baldur's Gate have amazing stories, and they're all unique in their own ways.
Yeah.
But in your own playthroughs, are there any companions that kind of stuck out to you and you got really immersed in their stories?
So Pale Elf Vampire comes to mind. Yeah, I'm not allowed to have anybody other than Astarion in my party, which sucks. So basically, I do a playthrough with my friend Tom. Tom can have everybody. The interesting thing is my character Bowie, who's like this pansexual, gorgeous druid of the moon circle wood elf thing, gets hit on by everybody. And Tom's trying to like basically sleep with everybody, and he's not having much luck. So yeah, we have a star in our party because obviously I want to see all the interactions and how it all works with the game and stuff. But no, I don't have a particular feel for any of the characters. I like all of them. Yeah. Cool, man.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Blue Tail Tom.
Don't apologize, they're here for you. Mr. Oilers over here.
The Oilers.
They're a hockey team out in Edmonton. Calgary is not allowed to like them because we're rivals usually, but I'm from Edmonton, so come on.
Who the Calgarians?
Please don't stab me on the way out.
Who's that?
The Flames.
What?
The Flames.
The face?
The Flames.
The fleas?
So it's the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames.
Oh, the Flames. Oh, right.
Yes.
The Flames, I think we know who a story we go for. Flames. Hello, Mr. Euler.
Hi, Neil. My name's Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
So my question is, when you were both voicing the lines and then when you were actually doing the playthrough for Baldur's Gate 3, what is your favorite of the introductions to Asteria? So like, just the normal introduction of, look there, in the cross, can't you see it? Or the...
Oh, I see. Do I have a favourite line of the introduction? No, I like all of it. You have to understand, like, as an actor, if I get to play all different possibilities of a scene, all of it's great. Because I can't make a judgment call on, oh, this is my preferred take of the way that the story should go, because it's a branching narrative. So the mindset of the actor has to be every single one of them exists. And it has to be, you have to give it complete commitment, which means they're all your favourite. It sounds like a cop-out answer, sorry. It's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, because like my favorite is you stealth kill Asterion and then you revive him.
This is revealing a lot about yourself, sir.
I just find it the funny one because he doesn't know and he thinks the elephant's dead.
Right, okay. I haven't done that, but I'm going to.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Over here.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
My name is Carly. I
Hi, Carly.
asked you a question about the autograph booth about acting.
Yeah, I told you to come here and
Yeah,
brilliant,
I did
thank
come.
you. Excellent, thank you.
So I'm actually going into fine arts, and my fiance wants to do acting, and I've been struggling with, let's call them naysayers, people who don't believe you can make money off of a creative career. How do you navigate that?
You don't listen to them.
Fair.
No, literally, you don't listen to them. So I find social media freaky and interesting and weird because that's the same process. I'm Generation X, man, so I didn't have that facility when I was a teenager, which means my psyche is, somebody commented negatively about my views to support the LGBTQIA+ community. Go F yourself. I don't care. I don't care because it doesn't matter to me. It's meaningless. So here's the thing, if somebody tells you what you should be doing with your life, and let's extend it to whom you should love, how you should identify, it's not their business. It's your life. It's your choice. I mean, here's the thing, it's like, what does it matter to them that you or your fiance wants to try acting and may not make it? So what? You know, I've had plenty of people say that to me, and I'm really glad I didn't listen to any of them. I had a lot of people, ex-agents, ex-lovers, ex-girlfriends, family, tell me, maybe you should quit acting, maybe you should do this, it's not working out for you, maybe you should do something else. On and on, every year, for 20 years, and I didn't listen to them, because it's none of their business. Do you understand? Yeah. Don't listen to them, don't read the comments in social media. I hope nobody is experiencing that in social media. I am not a psychologist or a therapist, I should point out. I'm just a human being. But my opinion on trolling is don't read the comments, turn it off. If people are trying to attack you, delete it. Delete your profile. It doesn't mean you don't exist. Start a new profile that these people can't find and just live your life. I don't understand how people take it so personally. Social media is not what people think it is. Do you understand? Same thing with naysayers. It's not their goddamn opinion that matters, it's yours. Absolutely. For everything. Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Look, go get it, kid. I had people challenge me to fights. That was hysterical.
No, that's fantastic.
This dude was like, he's wearing a nail bar, I'm gonna fight him. It's like, really? Okay, good luck fighting me, man. But you know, that was hysterical. Your masculinity is so fragile that my nail polish upsets you. Wow.
But that is like,
it's kind of cool. That's why I wear it all the time, man.
that's such a good vibe though to go with how like people's self-confidence can get. So like, take his advice. It's cheaper than the therapy that I pay for.
I'm not a therapist. I'm not a therapist.
Still go to therapy.
Just don't read the comments. It's easier.
Over here.
Hi, Neil and Trix. I'm Trix.
Hi, Trix.
I ascended in Asterion, and it was a blast. I was wondering if you would ascend him as well or not, and I want to know why.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what. I don't have an opinion either way. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not there yet. The why is none of your business. No, I don't know. I don't have an opinion, man. I mean, again, I played everything. I played Ascendant and I played Unascendant. I enjoyed both experiences as an actor telling the story. Because if I can do my best work, then you get to enjoy him ascended and somebody else gets to enjoy him unascended. But if I start like, you know, oh, I like this more, then that's going to be a judgment. And that's going to make it not as fun for you folks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion though, sorry folks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will say, as somebody who always goes the good role, your ascended work definitely pushed me to be evil very easily. And I think that goes with a lot of people. I
can't make you feel anything, darling.
Anyway, I think we have time for about 1 or 2 more questions, so I'm going to head over here.
Hi, Neil. Opal. We met a couple.
I know, but tell the name for these folks.
My name is Opal.
Hi, Opal. Come on. Hi. Thank you.
So this is
He didn't realise it was already participation, did he? Everybody with social anxiety is going, oh my god!
less of a serious question,
Sure.
but as a card-carrying geek, how does it feel to attend these cons without the anonymity that I'm sure you enjoyed for a long time?
Without the what, sorry?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
That one.
It's interesting. I don't get to wander around as much as I used to, which sucks. I'm very grateful that people like my work. I didn't get into this business to lose anonymity or to be famous or anything like that stuff. I did it because of the work. I'm very grateful that people like my work. I'm incredibly privileged. I'm a privileged person, I really am. I'm not entitled to any of this stuff, I'm privileged. I think the thing is, this is still, what you see now is still a public persona. You won't see the absolute private version of me, because that's protected, as it should be.
Absolutely. And can I just say, you're talented.
Thank you.
Not privileged.
Well, your point of view, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. The point is that, I think it's really important to have boundaries with one's life. And I have a public job. I do private moments publicly, yeah? But I have a private life. And I think the two things can coexist with that boundary in between, which then allows me to be really happy here, talk about all the work and support you folks as you support me and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's not all of me. So it does suck I can't walk around all the time like buying stuff as a card-carrying geek. But I love the fact that I get to come to cons and talk about my work of other people, champion games and stories, and also use a platform to help other people, especially people in in minority groups that need help and support, from all of us. So that's really cool. I enjoy that a lot.
I know that everyone here appreciates the dynamic characters you've brought us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
I hate to be the person you guys will hate.
Be the person. Take one more.
I have to.
I'm gonna take the person's over there.
Okay, you're the last one, and then we're done.
You got it.
Hello, Neil.
Hello.
And hello to the two
I'm gonna get you fired.
wonderful.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
I just wanted to say hello to the two wonderful people on stage as well.
Oh, yay, hello!
And I have a question regarding, I guess, directing. So in a directing role or leading your motion capture workshops, what do you do to calm yourself and the crew you're working with when a project or class isn't going as planned when you're doing your leading and directing?
What do you do when everything turns to chaos?
Yes.
You see, that depends on the kind of director you are. See, I embrace chaos. I'm a child of chaos. Chaos is where creativity lives, I think. As a director, you have to do this amazing balancing act between making sure you're on top of everything with your crew around you, your first AD, the support crew, so therefore pick your crew wisely so you can delegate those kind of responsibilities to them. I want to make sure that my actors are having the best time possible while still being in a place to work. So if things go badly wrong, there might be a happy accident, or you might have a total system failure. There's always a plan to adapt, overcome, and improvise. So improvise, adapt, and overcome, right? So you have a system failure. All these lights go off. The microphone goes dead.
And yet I can still project because that's a resource to me.
Do you understand? You just work it out, man. What's going to happen? Okay, well, it's a problem. That's a challenge, not a problem. If it's a problem, you start freaking out. And all the structure in the world is not going to help you. Because everybody has a plan until they get hit, right? So here's the thing. Chaos is good in a controlled way. If it gets completely out of control, meet it. Don't just sit on it. Go, okay, this is what we do now. The system's gone down. I've got 20 minutes. Let's work with the actors on the next scene. Let's rehearse. Let's look at the problem that I knew was coming later. Adapt. So the way I deal with it is I embrace it. Okay, this is how the day's going. I'm not going to feel bad about it. Just going to deal with it. And the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. Sometimes you have one of the best days by those challenges. So don't view it as a problem. View it as a challenge. Make sense?
Yes, thank you so much.
Welcome.
You all can see Newbon for the rest of the con. You will be at your table right after this.
Right after this?
Perfect. make sure to go there, say hi, get him to talk to you. It's fantastic. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.